Cost. Noun. 1. Countable, uncountable. The amount of money that you need in order to buy, make, or do something. The high, low cost of housing. A new computer system has been installed at a cost of £80,000. The plan had to be abandoned on grounds of cost. We did not ever make enough money to cover the cost of the food. Consumers will have to bear the full cost of these pay increases. The total cost to you, the amount you have to pay, is £3,000. 2. Costs, plural. The total amount of money that needs to be spent by a business. The use of cheap labor helped to keep costs down. To cut, reduce costs. Running, operating, labor costs. We have had to raise our prices because of rising costs. Opinion was divided on the potential costs and benefits of the scheme. 3. Uncountable, singular. The effort, loss, or damage that is involved in order to do or achieve something. The terrible cost of the war in death and suffering. The environmental cost of nuclear power. She saved him from the fire, but at the cost of her own life. She died. He worked non-stop for 3 months, at considerable cost to his health. I felt the need to please people, whatever the cost in time and energy. 4. Cost, North American English. Also, quote cost, plural. The sum of money that somebody is ordered to pay for lawyers, etc., in a legal case. He was ordered to pay £2,000 costs. Extra examples. A total of 3.6 million tickets at an average cost of $58 are available for the games. Allow €100 per day to cover the cost of meals. Both sides incurred costs of over $50,000. Competition will drive the price down near to the marginal cost. Contractors can now be required to carry the cost of delays. Delegates receive allowances to meet the cost of travel. Do the benefits outweigh the costs? Fixed costs include rent. He was fined £200 and ordered to pay costs. I would put the cost of a new employee at $80,000 a year. If you win your case, you will normally be awarded costs. Inflation is pushing up the cost of living beyond our reach. It is essential that we operate with the lowest possible cost base and most efficient facilities. Now, people can access the internet at minimal cost. She saved him from the fire, but at the cost of her own life. She was unwilling to pay the extra cost to get a room to herself. The capital cost of these projects is some $100 million. Then there'll be the operating costs. The company has to find ways of cutting costs. The company's costs have risen over the last 5 years. The corporation will pay all costs and expenses incurred with its written consent. The cost of dental treatment is increasing. The cost of living has risen sharply in the last year. The cost of repairs would be prohibitive. The cost to the government will be quite high. The country has suffered the enormous cost of trade sanctions. The entire project carries a cost of $2 million. The high cost of energy was a problem for consumers. The hotel offers tea and coffee at no extra cost. The rate was foiled, but at a cost. uninjured officer who was lucky to escape with his life. The raid was foiled, but at a cost. An injured officer who was lucky to survive. The town is now counting the cost of its failure to provide adequate flood protection. The victory was achieved at great cost to the country's infrastructure. There were cost overruns on each project. They advanced a few hundred meters, but at a heavy cost in life. We are hoping that we'll at least cover costs at the conference. What is the current replacement cost of these assets? You could spread the cost of your loan repayment over 10 years. You must stop the press finding out at all costs. You will have to bear the full cost of the building work, research and development costs, the cost per day for an electrician, the costs and benefits of this strategy, the costs associated with buying and selling property, the pursuit of cost reduction. The total cost to you is £3,000. The true cost of running a car is much greater than just the price of the petrol you use. Sharp rises in the cost of living